Cole here from Neiman Industries, and today I'm going to be talking about another rifle setup that I have. So we have talked about my home defense rifle setup, right? Which was catered more towards clearing rooms, navigating through hallways and thresholds of doors, and really catering more to the CQB side of things. And today we're going to talk a little bit about my do-it-all rifle, as you might call it, or my DMR or Recce rifle, whatever you want to call it. And it is this guy right here. And I got it just a few months ago. It is cleared, by the way. I don't need you guys to verify that for me. It's cleared. So again, just like how we were talking about in the other video, whenever you're going to start setting up a rifle, you need to give it a specific purpose. Just in the same thing with gear, you have to have a purpose to give you direction. So with this rifle, I bought it pretty much set up how it is. I made a few changes to try and, further get it more dedicated to what I wanted it to be able to do. And so we're going to go through that. So first off, just some things about this rifle. Okay, so it is an IWI, 16-inch AR-15, 5.56, 223, whatever. We have a bipod on it with a low power variable optic. It's a Riton 1:8. We also have a Holosun on a 45-degree offset, and then we have a Surefire light on it with the Mod Light pressure pad. And I'll get into some of the other smaller things in just a minute, but when it comes to the purpose of this rifle, I want this rifle to be able to reach out and touch something more than my home defense like CQB rifle build. So obviously a LPVO is the way to go right now. A lot of guys are using these for CQB. I want to run this and keep it on a 4 power, maybe bump it up to 8 if I need to, but I have this Holosun red dot on that 45-degree offset in case I need to engage something a little closer than that. We have the bipod on the front to cater to that more long-distance shooting kind of mindset, and then the other things that we have on here are kind of to help make it a more well-rounded rifle, right? So yes, I want this thing to be able to reach out and touch something, really capitalize on the capabilities of a 5.56 round, but also still maintain the capability to clear rooms if I needed to, and I think a lot of things in a military sense, a lot of things in a military sense. So like if I had to go set up an urban hide or something like that, right? So I'm gonna set up a hide site and shoot from an urban building or something like that inside of a city. I'm gonna have to clear rooms to get to a point before I can actually set up and start engaging targets at long range. That's kind of like the scenario in my head, right? So I want to have this gun maintain the capability of close quarters combat while also having a capability of more long distance precise shots. So I basically, it's got a bipod, it's got a scope, but I also added things to make it fast, to make it, have illumination capabilities for room clearing and stuff like that. I have the bad lever on it for, faster reload times. Even if I can shave off a few milliseconds off of that, then that's worth it to me. Other little details, we have a 45-degree Ambidextrous selector switch. The guy that I bought this off of was a lefty, so he kind of made everything for a left-handed shooter, and I just end up benefiting from that. We also have I need to ask my buddy what trigger this is specifically, but it's got a flat-faced 3-pound 2-stage trigger, which is really fast and really crisp, and it's awesome. I really like it. And then moving up, this piece of shot cord here is just for sling retention. So if you're in a vehicle or something like that, you wouldn't want your sling getting caught on everything, so you could just fold it up and stow it in there. The Mod Light is kind of the new jam right now. It's just a pressure pad. There is no like permanent on or off switch, but running that with this new Surefire Scout light with the adjustable ambidextrous mounting system that they have on there, which is awesome. I really, really like that light. We've got the self-adhesive tape just for some cable management here, and that's pretty much it. Have the T-Rex arm sling on here as well. But you know, it's easy to set up a precision rifle, right? Even if it's a gas gun and not a bolt gun, you know, you're going to have an optic that can have some magnification to it, and typically you're going to have a bipod. Well, that's easy enough. Okay, that's on there. But how can I still maintain the ability to do more close quarters combat stuff? And with that, I want to have an offset red dot, something quick and easy, something fast. You know, I have a Holosun on there because of the shake awake capability or shake awake technology that's inside of it. I've been using Holosuns for a few years now, and they're great quality for the price. The battery lasts forever, and they just work. So with that, I wanted to have a way to illuminate rooms. If I was having to go into a room in the dark and clear it real fast, I want to have a way to activate and deactivate the light as fast as possible. And with that is just using a foregrip. You know, there's a few different foregrips out there. This is just what was on it when I bought it, and I like Magpul's vertical foregrips. But I put this set up spot where my thumb, as I'm actually mounting the gun, my thumb would be resting right on top of the mod light button. So everything on here is designed with a purpose in mind, and simply contributing to making the rifle maintain capabilities that I want it to have. I'm not just randomly throwing parts on here. You know, it has a specific purpose in the exact same way that my home defense weapon does. You know, that thing has a shorter barrel length for a purpose. It has a light on it for a purpose. It has a EOTech, just a very simple red dot sight for a reason. You know, I can throw my magnifier and my sling and stuff like that on it, but I'm not going to do that in my own home because I don't want the sling to get snagged on something. I don't need a magnifier for distances inside my house. If somebody was breaking into my house, I would grab that thing, right? Naturally. If I was in a shit hits the fan, world is ending, or I need to go survive, or I need to go, you know, you can't hunt with 223, 5.56 in Indiana, but if I was going to go hunt or something like that, a survival rifle, Recce rifle, this would be the one that I would grab, obviously. This is, in my opinion, my perfect do-it-all rifle, and I'm really enjoying it. The only other things that I'm going to change on this is I'm going to eventually get a war comp muzzle device and throw a can on it eventually. I will also eventually get a few different uppers just for hunting season, and that's pretty much it. But otherwise, this really is the perfect do-it-all gun in my opinion. You know, there's all kinds of different LPVOs out there. There's all kinds of different pistol red dot optics. If you wanted to run a 45-degree offset, I think they're awesome. This is the first rifle that I've ever used with that on it, and it's really, 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 really nice. But yeah, so that's my rifle setup. My Recce DMR do-it-all survival rifle, right? So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys have on your Recce rifles, and let me know what you think of my setup. You know, I don't need all the negativity and hate. I'm sure I'll get some criticism, people not liking the specific brands that I'm using on here, and I don't really care because all this stuff works great for me, and it's all I try not to cheap out on any of the quality on any of my rifle builds. So I really, really, really like this thing. So like I said, let me know what your guys' Recce rifle builds are in the comment section below. We have a lot of other stuff on this channel, so be sure to subscribe and check out the other videos on here. We do a lot of gear reviews, gun reviews, or talk-throughs on why we set up rifles the way that we do. We have some podcasts on here. We have a lot of stuff. We're on all the social medias except for Twitter because you couldn't pay me to be on Twitter. And also be sure to check out neimanindustries.com. We're going to start booking classes in the springtime here in central Indiana for firearms instructional courses. But until then, there's all the links to our podcasts on Spotify. We have the video podcast here on YouTube, and we also have our clothing line on there. So there's a lot of cool stuff on there. We're still constantly adding things to it and refining the website, but I think the website looks great. So be sure to go check it out. Buy a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. It's Christmas time, and I know that a bunch of my family members are getting Nemean Industries clothing for Christmas this year. So, but thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate all your guys' support, and like I said, subscribe and stick around for everything that is coming down the pipeline, because there's a lot of cool stuff coming. So thanks for watching, guys, and take it easy.